This is Politically Erect. My name is Mike Grant, and when I hear that I'm polygraphically correct, I'm politically erect. Eskimos have 900 words for snow, and every one of them starts with frickin'. Americans have one word for liar, and it begins the same. Casey Anthony. I try not to lie that much because my life is interesting enough and I really don't care about hurting people's feelings. I'd rather they learn something from it and move on, or what I call heal and deal. But I'll tell you, there are certain people I would polygraph every year if given the choice. Priests, cops, Fortune 500 executives, registered sex offenders, politicians, and CEOs from the following industries: energy, oil, communication, banking, insurance, defense contract, agriculture, pharmaceutical, and of course those lovely sports team owners. That would be great, wouldn't it? Knowing that all those scumbags had to be kept honest or jailed. I would take it one step further. Forget juries and cross-examinations. Let's just perfect the lie detector test and correct the anomaly that allows sociopaths to beat it, and voila, justice is served the way it was meant to be. Cold. Nobody could lie anymore. Imagine the billions of taxpayer dollars saved if an accused person was questioned under a polygraph in a courtroom with a red and a green light. Green, you walk out free. Red, you're shackled and sent directly to prison. You wouldn't be cognizant of which because the lights were behind you and above your head. Only the judges would know, and 3 of them would decide your sentence and fate. The American nightmare could then become the American dream again. Good people would win, and snookies would unevolve. Crime would drop to the point that only the mental cases were committing them, and we could commit them. Gangs would be gone. Criminals would have to get jobs and work, and the economy would flourish, flush with cash. We could show those Japanese what a quality car looked like and stick it to the Arabs on oil. Disclaimers would disappear from advertisements. In fact, advertisements would drop 90% because they are mostly lies. TV would enter a new golden age because actors would still be allowed to lie. And here's the best part. Guys, you can now get a straight answer from a woman if she's under polygraph. It's similar to the Invention of Lying movie with Ricky Gervais, except people, we could do this. But for the Republicans. They are the kings of all democratic sabotage. They are the sabotage mahal. My billionaire chaos theory goes like this. One of these days, as someone or group would begin killing off the world's billionaires, the flow of money would wind like a river down through government, probate, estate, inheritance, heirs, and the courts, completely stimulating the economy that the rich are holding hostage until they get the undeserved tax breaks, congressional giveaways, and deregulation without hiring anybody while still holding $2 trillion. Well, if nobody wants to reach the unconscionable figure level, then for fear of being gunned down, then all the perks won't have to be trophied to them because they're all gone. You have 4 zeros in your paycheck, 5 if you're lucky. They have 9 zeros in their paychecks. Some countries don't even have 7 zeros. So what do you get when you ask a rich guy for money, say to start a business? Well, I'd like to help you, Pally, but my money's all tied up in cash. Yeah. See, when rich people are in poor neighborhoods, they call it slumming. Do you know what they call it when we're in their rich neighborhoods? Under arrest. Well, I'm sick of them. I'm not afraid of bullies, and that's what rich people are, bullies. They just have other people do the speaking for them. Cowardly bullies. Why are we so intimidated by a cowardly bully? We shouldn't be. We didn't really let Reagan give us too much of that crap, and he was one of the most cowardly bully there was. I mean, you always notice the Republicans always harken back to their first girlfriend, Reagan. You know, it's because they haven't had a decent party leader in 3 decades. When Reagan was president, people trusted the government a little more, at least. They had a bumper sticker and it said, "Let me tell you about my grandchildren." But no one seems to trust the government much anymore. I think it's because the Republicans soured everybody on it, trying to shut it down and everything. Nowadays, the bumper stickers you see are, "Let me tell you about my grandchildren," unless you're with the census. Alright, look, I can't polygraph everyone, but let me at least just get a couple of Exxon or Mobil or Sunoco or Shell executives. BP would be great. And let me ring them, because I would tell them, you know, the only people not being affected economically by the high cost of gasoline in this country, thanks to you, are prisoners. They're just burning each other to death in their cells with nail polish remover. But the rest of us, we need to get to the goddamn grocery store. This is Politically Erect, copyright MMXI by Artichoke Down and Mike Graham. There was no NRA in caveman times. Back then, people were civilized.